This is the COROS PACE 2 and I'll be putting it through its paces today, so hopefully you stick around for the full video. This product has quite a few interesting features. It does boast an impressive battery life at 20 days with standard usage and 30 hours with continuous GPS usage. It also has, of course, a heart rate monitor. It supports a whole host of external sensors and generally has a whole bunch of features. I won't be going through every single one, but I'm going to just give you my overall experience using this product and what I thought of it. I won't be going into crazy detail of all its specifications, and if you want like a really deep dive video, I will put a link down below of some other reviews you can check out as well. One of the selling points COROS pushes with this product is its lightweight, coming in at 29 grams if you opt for the nylon band. I don't have that version, so this one weighed in at 36 grams when I weighed it. This is quite an old pair of scales, but it should be fairly accurate. But that is something I can say I noticed straight away in comparison to other smart devices I've handled in the past. I definitely, as soon as I picked it up, I could feel its lightweight design, and it does feel like a sport device because of that, and that did carry over to my workout experience with it as well. Unlike a lot of other smart bands and smartwatches I've tested, rather than opting for a magnetic approach when it comes to connecting the charger, it actually does use a 3-pin system, which I found perfectly fine. The magnetic systems I've used before feel slightly more convenient, but it's not really an issue just plugging this in. This device claims to be waterproof down to 50 meters, but this little note included suggests you should fit this little rubber slot to protect the charging slot. Now, I'm not sure if you don't put this in, it's then not waterproof, or this is just an extra measure, an extra sort of line of safety to keep dirt and stuff out of the port. That's what I think it's for, but the manual doesn't make this entirely clear. I could be wrong, so make sure you double check that. The initial setup for the watch was nice and straightforward. It was just a case of installing the COROS app. I'm using Android here, and then making an account, which kind of gets a little bit frustrating. I have about 1 million accounts now for these different smartwatches I test, and I can't normally remember my login details. From there, you then just scan the QR code, which will sync your watch to your smartphone via Bluetooth. From there, then you're pretty much set up. You can get around to customizing the device, playing around with all its settings. So that process was pretty straightforward, at least. One plus side to being sent products is you often get colors you wouldn't normally choose yourself. So white isn't normally a color I would choose for a tech product because it's just going to show dirt that much more easier and be harder to keep clean. But I actually really liked the white design here and just the overall design of the watch. It feels and looks like a sport watch. That might not make sense, but it just felt different enough to other products that it didn't feel similar, that it was kind of just this normal smart band or smartwatch that you would normally have, but just called a sport watch. It did feel sporty in a lot of respects, especially its lightweight design and just its overall aesthetic look. There is a lot I like about the display of this product and a few areas that I don't like. The screen can be quite reflective depending on what conditions you're in, making different viewing angles a little bit strange. You can see here as I move the watch around, it becomes a lot easier to see, and this isn't just a problem with the camera not showing the display properly. This does kind of look similar when you're looking at it with the naked eye, but I do quite like the look of the display. It kind of has this almost retro style feel to its display and also its backlight. So when it's in bright light, it is pretty well visible, but this backlight system I did find a little bit confusing. You can set it to come on a time or have it on all day, but if you have it on all day, it still is dependent on you moving your wrist, which will turn on the product's backlight, so you can use it at nighttime. But I did find this a little bit too sensitive at times. I would only have to move my wrist a small amount and it would turn on. Then other times it seemed like I had to really emphasize the movement to get this to change. So this is an area I would definitely recommend seeing if other people mentioned in their reviews, because I did find it a little bit hit and miss. Though it's not something I really used in dark situations, and I didn't feel like I needed the backlight very much. But when I did find its implementation a little bit hit and miss at times. The buttons feel really tactile and clicky, and even during exercise I didn't have any problems finding them and pressing them, even when doing something pretty intense like running. So no complaints with the button system. The scroll wheel, which is a digital one, does take a little bit of getting used to, but I have no real complaints when it comes to the buttons.
Watch is working good so far. We're about 5.5 miles into an 8-mile run. The watch seems to vibrate every mile you do. You get a distance reading, your pace per mile, and your total time at the bottom. So far, so good.
As I mentioned earlier, one great point of this product is its very lightweight design. If you're pretty involved in your workout or concentrating on what you're doing, you will forget that you're wearing this product, as it's light and pretty inconspicuous, so it doesn't really feel like it gets in the way or distracts you from your workout. Speaking of workouts, there's a whole bunch of different workout programs you can set which will track the workout you're doing at the time. I did 2 runs using this product, a few gym sessions and some other cardio stuff as well, and I generally found the programs okay, but like other products I've used before, they can be a little bit gimmicky. So for example, I used the full body workout profile when I was doing my gym sessions, as what I was doing is very varied. As with most of my gym sessions, I don't always focus on a specific body part, lower or upper. I normally do a bunch of different stuff, and I'm a bit stupid, so when I set this I didn't realize you're supposed to press the button when you finished your set, and in the full body workout mode at least it would track your reps automatically. Of course, this kind of thing is a little bit gimmicky and it didn't really do it very well, but the numbers and stats that they gave me, such as my heart rate, calories burned, workout duration, all that type of stuff, I was happy with personally. There is a side of this product that I'm not going to be able to test, which is all the external sensors it supports. This is why I do recommend you go and watch another video where someone can utilize more of the features that this product has. I would test them, but I don't have any other external sensors I use, unfortunately, and I don't really have the money to go and purchase these additional sensors just to test this product as much as I would like to. Of course, when you open up the app, all of your data is synced across from your smartwatch, and from there you can access all of your previous workouts, including additional information such as your average pace, best mile, your average heart rate, calories burned, and so on. You can also access just your heart rate information throughout the entire time you are wearing your watch. It also has sleep tracking, so you can get a bunch of stats there as well. The information displayed seemed accurate for the most part. There were some slight discrepancies when I used the smartwatch alongside Strava, but for the most part the numbers matched up well enough that I would trust using this device on the type of runs at least I was using this for. If you're going to be using this for short track running or something like that, this is something I didn't really test, so I would recommend checking out some additional reviews just to get a further idea of how accurate this device is. For the most part, I was happy with using the app in general. The information is laid out pretty nicely, and it's easy to go back and access previous days and get an idea of your sleep, your heart rate, and all your previous workouts, so no complaints there. I would, however, make a few small changes to how some of the data is laid out in comparison to other apps I've used, but these are very minor details and I don't think you'll have any problems there. This product does indeed have a very impressive battery life. After 12 days of usage, I was only down to 41% battery life, and if you just leave this thing lying around not using it, it has a very impressive standby time. I think I lost like 1% leaving this just sitting around for 3 or 4 days, so I'm sure it can last a very long time. And if you do want to get some more battery life out of this, I'm sure there's many different things you can do to extend this battery life. The charging time is relatively short also, so battery life is definitely a strong point of this product, and I don't think you'll have any problems with it, and yes, unless you're doing really long distance stuff, then you may kill the battery, but I think for most people you should be fine. I did have a lot of fun testing this product. I do think, however, as it is more orientated to those really sporty among us, I think to get the full use out of this product, you do need to take advantage of the additional sensor support that this product has the ability to utilize. As this is something I didn't test, then I feel like it's quite a big part of the product that I can't use to get its full potential. It does also have a fairly high price point at around £180 at the time of filming this video, at least. So I think for what this does, for what this product does, it's not something that I would really use myself. But for those of you out there who are interested in a very hardcore sport orientated watch, I do think this has a lot of appeal if it's utilized in the right ways, and it does have some very impressive features such as lightweight, its very good battery life, and its overall style, which I do really like. My final thoughts on this product are pretty positive. However, as sport watches aren't my main focus of this channel, you may feel that I haven't delved deep enough into this product's capabilities, and I would say you're correct. You do need to go and check out some more reviews on this, but at least through my experience, I did enjoy using this product and I didn't find any major flaws of it, and I was pretty happy with the information it was able to provide.